boy, this is pretty exciting. We've got a pretty big blog post. We're going to go over a new difficulty for the Incursion raids. We're going to go over Nightcrawler being in the Battle Pass. We're going to talk about new rewards in the raids and the removal of Big Time Spider-Man. Now, before that, we got to go and talk about something that is probably equally or more important. On Monday, there was a massive screw-up with a lot of people getting a lot of gear tier 16s, and this created some disruption for sure. So let's read this together, and you tell me what you think in the comment section, whether you think this is fair or not. Largely, it doesn't say exactly what's going to happen, but I agree with the idea behind this. Bang for your buck web milestone issue. On Monday, March 4th, the Bang for your buck anniversary milestone on the web store had an issue where it was duplicating erroneously. That's right. It looked like it was duplicating up to like 30 to 40 times, and people spent $500, but the website was glitchy and it didn't refresh and people couldn't do it. So it was kind of a weird situation. Once the issue was discovered, the milestones were shut off. After reviewing the data, we found a small number of players were able to take advantage of the situation and claim the rewards for multiple milestones. Some have speculated that this has compromised the game economy, and some players could equip gear tier 18 to many of their characters. We want to be clear that this has been greatly exaggerated, and this did not compromise the game economy regarding gear tier 18. The issue mainly affected Armory 16 orbs, and I know this is true because I personally was able to get about 6,000 of them. The amount of Armory 17 orbs was substantially smaller. Also true, I got barely any 17s. The amount of Armory 18 orb fragments claimed was minimal. Also true in my case, got very few Armor 18s. The data shows that the number of players who claimed higher milestones multiple times was vastly lower than assumed. We cared deeply about the fairness and equity for our player base and how we resolve this kind of issue. With that in mind, we intend to take the following actions. A generous free claim will go live on the web store next week for all players who do not claim any of these milestones during the issue. So I should be excluded from this, is my understanding. I should be excluded from this. 2 special offers will also go live on the web store containing rewards that could have been obtained from the duplicate web milestones. These offers will be at the $5 and or $10 price points. Once these offers are released, they'll be up for 5 days for players to purchase. Okay. Players who did not claim duplicate web milestones can purchase each of these offers up to 5 times. So again, that won't apply to me. Players who have varying opportunities and purchase limits for each offer based on the reward value claimed. Okay. Few players who claimed an excessive amount of milestones will not see these offers. Now, that sounds fine. What I do not know means, or what they mean by a generous free claim. So we'll have to see what that actually means. And for me, I'm completely fine not getting anything because I did spend $50. I was able to claim it about 10 times before it was pulled down. And largely what I got was 16s and gold, if I remember correctly. Very minimal amount of 17s and 18s. So we'll see. We appreciate your patience as we work on a solution to this. The 2 offers will go live early next week in the web store. Please keep an eye out for inbox messaging announcing that the web free claim is available around the same time. Unfortunately, this issue overshadowing all the positive content for the anniversary. Look forward to continue to celebrate Marvel Strike Force 6th anniversary with much exciting content still to come. As always, we thank you for your continued support, Commanders. So I really don't know. We'll have to see how this goes through on the 8th. In general, I think this is the correct way to approach this. Now, I don't know that this is going to satisfy 100% of the player base or even 90% of the player base, but I feel like they're attempting to make things right, and we will have to see. I'm not sure. Before we get into the blog post, let's go into the Stormwatch. Starting on the 8th, Spin Campaign Energy. I guess that starts on the 11th. Spin Campaign Energy, earn anniversary orb fragments in the Demonic Origins event starting on the 11th. Battle and Crucible for the Demonic Origins event starting on the 11th. Earn Alliance credits. Earn Alliance credits for the Infernal Prelude web milestone starting on the 11th. And then Battle and War on the 11th. Battle and War for the Machines of War event starting 11th. Bonus points for using out of time in war. So I guess we're going to have to pull it off of defense, right? Earn ally supplied orbs on 11th. Earn ally supply of orbs. And I believe those are the ally supply 4 orbs for the Allied Engines Alliance event starting on the 11th. Now let's get into the blog post, and there's a ton of stuff in here. We're going to skip over the kits for Mephisto. We're going to skip over the kits for Namor and the rest of the Cabal. War season rewards update, Firestar Diamonds. So that'll be for the top rating, the top rankings in Alliance War. March 11th, we talked about this. Demonic Origins earning anniversary orb fragments from camping nodes and battling in Cosmic Crucible. Infernal Prelude Web milestone, earn Alliance credits through Alliance donation. Machines of War battle and Alliance War points for using out of time and earn allied support for orb fragments. Battle Pass 16 is Nightcrawler. Now I want to point out that there is a data mine, and I will link to this Discord server in the description. This is Quick Draw Saloon. There will be a link to this Discord, and there was a data mine, and the data mine suggests that Battle Pass 17 will be Starbrand and Teal Gear, and then the Strike Pass Season 55 will be Black Knight Shards. Now, data mines are such that they're subject to change, so take that for whatever it's worth, but we do know from the blog post that Battle Pass 16 is going to be Nightcrawler. Yellow Draft Get Brits, Lego City Strike Anniversary 2-week event. So we're in the first week, and there was a campaigns and submissions for week 1, and then there's going to be a week 2 and a week 3 and week 4. And then there's also going to be some tags that you can currently see in game that are going to apply for week 3 and week 4. This is a big deal. Out of nowhere, March 13th, Incursion 2, raid difficulties 1 through 3. This is going to increase the amount of red gear. Looks like there's going to be also raid season rewards, which they're going to be removing. Big Time Spider-Man, and they're going to be giving some to the top 1,000 alliances and even more to the top 100 alliances. We'll go over that when we get there. Big Time Spider-Man is going to be removed from the 2-week raid alliance ratings, which happens every 2 weeks. That's what we're talking about. And it is Big Time Spider-Man is going to be going to the raid store, and there will be no characters. The chase will be gear at this time. Starting the 15th, After School Program Quick Rumble, Blitz with Young Avengers, Iron Patriot, initial release. Iron Patriot looks like he's going to be released before Leader. Pact of Envy. Pact of Envy is quite simply going to be the Black Cat costume right here. So that is the Black Cat costume. Looks like it's going to be on just Leader and Iron Patriot. So you only got to buy 2 offers. We're going to see what they cost. The other 2 costumes required 3 offers. This one will require 2 offers. This is the kind of thing. Keep an eye out for inbox messaging leading to character availability. Big Time Spider-Man will be removed from the raid season leaderboard rewards and moved to the raid store. Please note these changes will be on March 17th. Make sure to look in the inbox messages for entering the raid store. Okay, so they're going to talk about Mephisto. Mephisto is going to be coming in the game on March 20th. My initial testing on him is that he is anti-mythic. He basically has strong counters to existing mythic characters like Super Skrull, Apocalypse, Doom, also Dormammu. He's almost like an anti-mythic character. My prediction is that he's going to be horrifically expensive to get early, and that he is going to be the strongest character in the game, and without a doubt define who wins Cosmic Crucible and Arena. And then even Alliance War will probably come down to, well, that alliance has 15 Mephistos, we only have 3. Well, that's going to be an uphill battle. He's going to be strong for my initial testing. So be sure to check out my video from earlier this week where we went over the kit and there was gameplay. We're going to skip down to Cabal. Cabal pact among 3 powerful villains has been made, and the result is the formation of the newest team, Cabal. The antagonistic alliance specialized in Cosmic Crucible, versatile 3-person team that consisting of Iron Patriot and the Leader, along with the updated King of Atlantis, Namor. Cabal can wreak havoc before the living tribunal when allied with other villains. It's going to be a villain-based Cosmic Crucible team, and the reworks for Namor are currently live in game, as well as the reworks for the mutants. There were 5 mutants that got stat boosts and minor changes to their kits. Those are all live, as well as Namor. Now, what I want to say, and you can interpret this any way you want, there was a part in the blog post that was removed. It said, Cabal were required for the next legendary character, so if you have plans for legendary trial domination, make sure you recruit and power up this squad. Now, this was removed when asked about it, because Out of Time is going to be required for the next legendary character. And there was some clarification coming in from Archangel to the chat. This was put in there erroneously. I can't say Cable will not be used in the future legendary. I can say they will not be used for the next legendary, which is the characters Out of Time is needed and another team, which will be announced soon. So I just wanted to point that out, but that was there. If you saw that, it was removed. So we're going to skip past basically the kits and the rework for the Cabal. I did cover that in another video earlier this week. You just go and look through some of these videos. You'll be able to see the kits and my thoughts on them. Now we're going to scroll down a little bit further, and we're going to the Iron Patriot Pact of Envy. Pact of Envy is quite simply the costume for Black Cat. I do not suspect that these costumes will have any gameplay benefit or unlock an event that has any impact on the economy of the game. My understanding is that this is going to be strictly cosmetic. Now, the difference between the Black Cat costume than say the Green Goblin costume and the Nova costume is that it's only going to be if you buy the 2 characters, the Cabal, Iron Patriot, and Leader. So that's the only difference that I can see on this. They're going to have a whole bunch of events, just like they have events for the last teams. They did mention one change right here. Due to the smaller quantity of mission nodes, some missions have an increased number of attempts per day. All story missions allow 40 attempts per day, while all challenge missions allow 20 attempts per day. This is intended to help players at all levels of play to get more chances at obtaining the gear they need. Otherwise, this looks like this event is playing out just like the events that we've had in the last couple of months with the new teams. Crimson Gear name update. We received a lot of fantastic feedback from the community on the new Gear Tier 19 since its announcement, specifically the name Demonic Gear. In an effort to be more inclusive to all our players, we decided to rename the Gear Tier 19 to Crimson Gear. That has not happened in game yet, but my understanding that'll be happening. I think I'm just going to call it Red Gear. I don't think this is that big of a deal. You see this reflected in game once the updates have been implemented and within our future messaging. Thank you for everyone who provided feedback. Okay, so let's get into something that's super interesting to me, and I'm fully expecting that invaders are not going to work well on this, and it's going to be painful until we get another skill team, and I don't know when that's going to be. 3 additional difficulties are heading to the Incursion Raid 2. So if you're looking for an increased challenge and a serious bump in rewards, including Crimson Gear, check out the latest ones. You must reach 60% of normal difficulty to unlock difficulty 1. The 70% completion on difficulty 1 unlocks difficulty 2, and an 80% completion of difficulty 2 unlocks difficulty 3. All difficulties require blue ISO 4. Rewards for the Incursion 2 raid now include the newly introduced Crimson Raid Orb Fragments and Armory 19 Orb Fragments. The Crimson Raid Orb includes Crimson Catalyst Parts and Origin Gear, along with the Crimson Mini Uniques. The Armory 19 Orb contains double the Mini Unique drops compared to the Armory 18 Orb, with gold drops removed. On difficulty 1 and beyond, your alliance must release 60% to obtain bonus amounts of these orb fragments. If you're looking to enter Dark Dimension 7 when it launches, Incursion Raid 2 will be a major source of Crimson Gear to reach Gear Tier 19 entry requirement. Coordinate with your alliance now to make sure you're ready for these new difficulties to maximize your Crimson rewards. Yeah, I kind of suspected something like this was going to happen because, like, if I looked at the cost of gold, if I just wanted to purchase solely out of the gold store, I mean, that's an outrageous amount of gold, and I don't recommend it. There are some pieces that are worth buying. I might have to make a separate video about that out of the gold store. But if I relied solely on the gold store, it'd be like 2.2 billion gold. This seems to be a better way. However, this is locked behind your alliance placement in the 2-week seasons. And we're going to go over that here in a minute. From Ultimus 5 raid up to Incursion 2, a small amount of T1 and T2 ability materials are added to node rewards. From Ultimus 7 raid to Incursion raid 2, T2 ability materials will be added to raid completion rewards. In Incursion raid 2, the portion of T3 ability material have been removed from the node rewards and added to the raid completion rewards. These changes should help newer players catch up on alliances that play higher tier raids. And this was something we talked about yesterday. Now, these leaderboard updates in chart number 3 will go live in March 17th. Now, looking at 1 and 2, it just shows that the ord, like if you complete, XYZ, the main thing here is that these are flat. And so whoever places 1 doesn't get more than gets 24. Now, this is what's interesting to me is the raid season rewards that happens every 2 weeks. And as far as Armory 19 orb fragments, looks like that's going to be awarded to the top 100 alliances. Crimson Gear Raid orb fragments will be awarded to the top 1,000 alliances. So something like this was similar when Gear Tier 18 came out. I feel like this is the same thing that happened before. And if you want to participate in this, then I believe there's going to be a lot of people, that are not in the top 1,000 that are going to be looking for new homes. And to get into a top 1,000 alliance, do what you got to do. All right. This is kind of interesting, and I'm not really 100% sure how I feel about this leaderboard tiebreaker update. To help address the recent issue involving ties on event leaderboards, we're deploying an update that resolves ties similar to Scourge Trials, where a player who reaches a score first will get the higher rank. The ranking order will be based on the time the player achieved the score. The update will go live on March 20th. However, please be aware that events with leaderboards that are live when the update is released will see players who score the same score after the update rank higher. Now, I know why they're doing this. They're doing this so that they don't have to sort it out when there was a lot of ties. For me, I don't understand why they don't do it like they do in golf. In golf, whoever has the lowest score is doing the best. And you can see like these players right here are tied for number 1. These players right here are tied for number 4. And these players here are tied number 8. I don't know why they just didn't do that. That's my suggestion, is that they resolve this somehow. If like a bunch of players place 500 through 700, will they all get the 500 rewards? But no, it's going to be time-based. Whoever got to 500 first, and if you got to 501, but you have the same score as 500, well, you get the 501 reward. All right. Anniversary event, Legacy of Strike, week 2. So week 1 is underway. Week 2 will be similar. 6th anniversary celebration is coming your way soon. You don't want to miss this week's rewards. I believe this is going to start on Monday. Earn points by battling in War, Raid, Cosmic Crucible, Arena Blitz with characters possessing the limited time MSF Originals trait. So there are these, a lot of people ask me these traits. I don't remember what the traits are, but there's these traits, these temporary traits in game that are tied to the month-long anniversary event. And there's going to be 4 weeks worth of events. 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. Week 2 is starting. All right. Free claim in the store. Get it now. And then we've got some events that we basically have already covered. We're just going to skip past this because we talked about these already. And that is the end of the blog post. Now, there was a couple other things that I wanted to go over. Missing. Have you seen me? Yeah, we need training materials. There's a couple offers that are okay. The reason why I brought this offer up here is typically for $20, you try to expect to get, let's say, 200 T4s. Well, this is a little bit short, but you're getting, the training material. So if you're in the market for T4s or training materials, you can consider this offer here. Now, this is kind of interesting. So this is a Elite 7s aren't as valuable as once were. Now, personally, I'm trying to convert as many Elite 7s into Diamond, whatever they're called, Diamond promotion credits or whatever they call. So right here for $10, and if I convert all these, so these are 2,500 each, so there's 4 of them. This will get me 20. And so I can take a character to 1 diamond when I have 50. So for me, the way I look at this is for $10, this is 400 dark promotion credits, so I can upgrade my super scroll, and this will give me 20. So if I bought this offer, let's say 3 times, then it'll give me enough to take 1 character up to 1 diamond. I don't know if that's worth it or not, but it is what it is. Also, there's 2 offers on the web store that are not in game. This one here you can buy 1 time. It's got Red Goblin, 20 shards, 1,000,000 gold, 150 L4 training materials on 100 power cores for $5. And then if you're in the market for Sunspot and Forge, you can get 60 of them for $10. And then lastly, I don't know if I'm going to buy this myself, but again, this can be broken down into the diamond promotion credits or whatever they're called. Basically 4 of them. And this is 4 Elite 7s, so you get a total of 20, and then you get 1,520 million gold for $50. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Mostly I'm interested to see how this plays out next week for the bang for your buck web milestone compensation. And I really wonder what a generous fleet claim means. And I hope that the community thinks that this is okay. Let me know in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
I will carry you home. I will carry you home. With you gone nowhere.